Hello, and welcome to the Chevalier Sisters.
Welcome to or welcome back to another great episode of us talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about the current epidemic in YA fantasy of
Titles.
Specifically, a blank of blank and blank, or a blank and blank of blank, or a blank so blank and blank.
Yes.
So, through talking about this, we are going to make some great titles, and then also, because it's not just titles.
It's not just titles,
the crappy
it's
descriptions and premises.
Yeah, and it's hard to write a book blurb, guys. It's really, really hard.
I know.
Like, jacket copy is difficult.
Yeah.
But
it still amazes us.
Some of them are really basic. We're basically going to make you a jacket.
Well, not the art.
Not the art. An artless jacket. Book jacket.
Yeah.
And
so, how we're going to do that is we're going to, as always, draw random things. This time we have random words such as court and prince and dove.
And we can obviously pick from any of the grammar structure and blank. And then afterwards, we're going to make the premise.
I have a question. Are we going to draw them and that's just the order it's in? Or are we
No, you can reorganize them.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That would, yeah. Okay, all right. You go first.
Okay. Do I draw all three at once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or whatever, however.
Okay. The things I have are prince.
Oh, nice.
I have dove and sword.
Oh, man.
A prince so...
A sword so prince and dove. A prince so swordly.
A prince...
Dovey. All right, mine are princess. I got princess.
Wow.
Maybe mine's the spin-off of yours. Tooth. Oh, no. Come on. Something good.
Get, like, duck.
No, I did put duck in here. Man, okay, I think I know what this one is. Bone.
Oh, that's not...
Tooth and bone.
What? A
Teeth are bones.
A princess of teeth and bone.
A bone of princess.
Or you could do that.
A teeth of princess.
What am I supposed to do this? A prince of dove and sword? Like, that's so... But it actually...
What if we can trade?
You want to trade?
One card.
Oh, one card. Okay.
How about
we not show each other?
What?
We just have to randomly...
I like mine.
Yeah, no.
I actually
you
like
just
all
randomly
of mine.
give the other one of them. Tooth.
Dove. Okay.
Okay, a prince
Dove
of...
and bone.
Okay, I'm gonna make this teeth. A prince of swords and teeth.
All right. So I've got swords and teeth. A prince of swords and teeth.
It's
a
not
princess
terrible.
of dove and bone. Man, we really do sound like we're spin-offs.
How about
of
it's a
each other.
duology?
A duology? I'm second.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. I already have my entire...
So do I.
Oh, how?
Well, you see, as with most YA... Okay, I'm not going to say most, but as with many popular YA megastars, all I had to do was figure out the romantic drama, and then the plot fell into place. Yes.
Okay.
So I made a diagram.
You have a plot?
I made a diagram of this love polygon so that it might be explained more simply. Yeah. How about you?
I have a description.
Oh, okay. You go first.
Okay. This debut novel is one of romance and fear. In a mix between The Cruel Prince and The Hunger Games, our daring protagonist must face his betrothed and claim his destiny.
Man, that was great. Oh, hold on. And the reviews are stunning.
Stunning!
Kept me at the edge of my seat.
I know, I was so close to writing them. It was like a breathtaking tale.
Has the same
Vibes
creative spark
oh my God.
as Cruel Prince.
Just Cruel Prince again. Just throw it on everything.
Yes. All right, mine is a princess of blood. Sorry, their blood is not on here. A princess of bone and dove. Just one. Because dove supposedly has plot significance, but really it only is iconic in one scene.
Yeah, they usually will probably just say it.
Mm-hmm, yeah. All right, so I don't have a lovely description yet, but allow me to explain to you the premise. So the premise is that whatever happens in Ella's book is continued through this book. And the princess that was spunky in your book now takes center stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was the princess the betrothed or another?
Was the princess the betrothed? Maybe she's his sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
kinda
could be interesting. So, I don't know if you can see this very well, but this little dot is the princess.
Oh.
This is a lovely bard. You know, he's going to be the best character, but he's going to be super underrated.
Yeah,
This is the neighboring kingdom's prince. Now, she is supposed to be engaged to him. That's why there's this dotted line. It's, she is supposed to like him, and now he truly likes her. He's like, yeah, she's pretty cool. I like her pizzazz. And now there's this soldier guy. And this soldier guy, this poor guy. Yes. This guard. Yeah. The guard who's assigned to the princess. Really likes the princess. But, you know, he also likes the prince. And, you know, there are going to be some... There's going to be some... Of course, he can't be with either of them because they're both royals. But anyway, and now the princess doesn't care about any of these people. She cares about the hot villain. And you may notice that the hot villain doesn't have any lines coming from him. That is because he cares for no one. But he actually, hold on, he cares about revenge. This little circle is revenge. Yes. He cares about revenge. So he cares about nothing but revenge. So
I love actually, just those 3 side character guys who are just all trying to figure out life.
Except for the bard. The bard just likes the princess, but he knows it's never gonna work out. So he's just like, man, ha ha ha. I'll be
the lovable side character. I'll be the that'll probably die in the 3rd act.
Probably. And it'll be the most sad thing that ever happens
in the entire book.
And yet
it won't get enough time.
It won't at all. It'll be sad. He'll probably sacrifice himself for the princess, who won't appreciate it.
No, she'll
very
just be
much
like,
"No,
my friend."
Like, oh my!
And then
wait, no, I have an idea. She'll appreciate him so much more after he's dead.
Oh yeah.
She'll be like,
man, I wish I could just talk to him.
Why did I never appreciate him? But yeah, she'll realize that she missed her chance with Mr. Bard, who's really just a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
But like fun and interesting, like not just a classic nice
like
guy. He was a great guy. Now revenge lives on. Revenge is eternal. So hot villain will have someone for the rest of his life. And maybe hot villain will destroy princess through their fling.
Maybe hot villain will destroy the prince and the soldier. He'll just kill everyone.
No, he'll definitely kill the soldier more than the... Actually, I think revenge is also on the neighboring prince. And now we've completed this love polygon. Except that one of them's revenge.
One of them is a desire.
Actually, it could be more like a straight line with revenge in the middle, but that's right where soldier is. So soldier's what's keeping the villain from directly
getting his revenge.
Oh,
he needs revenge on the prince.
On the neighboring prince, yes. So soldier is in the way.
But then he's also kind of like, if I use this princess, that'll make Prince Man annoyed.
If I use this princess?
Yeah, hot villain would be like,
oh yes, definitely.
Gosh,
he's trying to make neighboring prince.
Yes. And then she's like, wow, this guy's so hot.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, guys, I think we got it all figured out. Now I just need to write a description.
Alrighty, I feel like I need a plot. I said it was like the Hunger Games.
There we go. Hold on.
I feel like it should be really random. And
I should finish with another dramatic question. Will they all die at the end? Yeah. Will they survive this one night stand? No.
No.
Do you need a plot now?
I feel like I need a plot.
Man, because mine was pretty great.
It was pretty great. Okay, he's Prince of Swords and Teeth. What?
Sounds to me like he's ambitious.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's kind of morally gray, but really hot.
I think he's trying to fix his father's mistakes.
But ends up making... He's like, oh, I don't want to be my dad. And then he ends up becoming his dad.
Yeah. That's what I think.
And his betrothed is like semi-evil.
Oh.
Maybe possibly a fae. Like a half fae.
Definitely.
Like, and the fae are their greatest enemies.
Oh.
And so it's like, wait, I have to marry her for the alliance. But also, is she even real? Like, is she even human? Is she real? Is she even human? Could I love such a being? Meanwhile,
his sister's like, man, that fae guy is really hot.
Yeah, I know. But
forget about the havoc that elves have wreaked.
Oh, he also has an evil prophecy about him.
Oh, That's where the
must
bad poems
claim
come in.
Yeah, he must claim his destiny.
Yes.
Through these bad poems.
Yes.
And also, it turns out that his betrothed is like a
an oracle.
seer.
Yes.
And so she, like, you know, when they're like making out, she's just like, gotta come up for air. She's like, you, and then she like just starts spouting a really bad prophecy, and he's like, gasp, ah, it's the prophecy that was said to me as a child. And so then
we destroyed all record of that prophecy.
How do you know?
Yes. How could you know?
Man, we just made 2 excellent.
Oh, yes. So what happens?
Well, eventually he has to like marry her, but he's like, you know, doesn't want people knowing about her, so he like kind of locks her up in their castle when he marries her, and like he doesn't let anyone see her, so that no one will know this prophecy about him.
That was a really morally gray move.
Exactly, and that's why the sister needs to go and like, you know, tell other people.
I feel like the Fae would come and try and rescue her from being.
Maybe that's why this guy
captured,
shows up. And he takes her, thinking that it's the other princess.
Oh, guys! But that means you need a POV in my book.
Yeah.
Okay, you need possible. A POV in my book.
It's fine. That's not what the description's about.
Yeah. Plus
that guy.
Continuation.
Oh yeah, I need a name for my Princey Poo.
Mine's Lilac. So yours is probably Sunflower.
I was thinking Foxglove.
Ooh, but he's just called Fox.
Yes. Yeah, that morally ambiguous fox kind of character.
Of Fox. And what's the elf princess's name?
I'm thinking Tyrion's, but that sounds kind of masculine.
Tyrion. Yes, no, Tyrannerius is off the table.
I know. I love Tyrannerius.
From
at least saying his name.
From Free the Darkness, an adult fantasy book which is not recommended for children. It's easily MA. Apple.
Sunbeam.
Yes. The continuation of Fox and Sunbeam.
Okay, guys, let's move on to the next one.
Oh, man.
Do you want to just toss these back in?
Yes. Alright. We'll probably only have time for 2 with that deluxe treatment.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
Song.
Shadow. And I got Fortnite.
Moss.
And I got Kingdom.
Is this royalty?
Kingdom Fortnite Shadow. Fortnite Kingdom Shadow.
I got
Shadow
Moss
Kingdom
Song
Fortnite.
Royalty.
Moss Song Royalty. Ooh. This might actually be
royalty so Moss. What about a royalty of... I can't do of... That's so easy. Of Moss and Song.
Of Moss and Song? Yeah. This sounds
so
like...
easy, but a prince of sword and teeth. I already did that sentence structure.
Ella, that's the point of this whole video.
How about we do the thing again where we give each other one random one?
Yes.
I know which one you're gonna give me. Because it's the problem child.
It's the problem child. Yeah, here you go. Moss.
Yeah.
Okay. Moss and Shadow.
A royalty.
Interesting. That formed a very interesting vibe in my head.
A song of
Moss.
A
So
song
shadowy.
A song of Fortnite. Fortnite for song. Wait.
Fortnite's song and royalty.
Why do we have Fortnite in here, Aubin?
Fortnite because it's a fortnight.
Can I put it back?
Yes,
so
you can
dumb.
Can I put Moss back?
Fine.
Yes.
In
Guys,
here.
we say it's random, but we have opinions.
Ribbon. What? Ribbon?
I wanted ribbon. Breaking!
A royalty?
Breaking
Can I
the
have
Shadow
that?
Kingdom!
Can we switch? Breaking.
Fine, but I have to pick for you this time.
What?
You get bird.
Okay.
There you go.
A song so royal and bird.
A bird so royal and songly.
A bird and song so royal?
That's great!
Oh.
Alright, mine is the breaking of kingdom and shadow.
Ooh. Definitely seen that on some show.
Alright, guys, and if you think we're roasting general YA
We
trends, we also roast Other things. Listen,
A bird
authors
and
are
song,
not their
so-
trends.
Yeah.
Unless they choose to be. I was roasting my own book yesterday.
Yeah. Imagine I had pulled duck. What if you got bird, dove, and duck?
A bird of dove and duck.
Oh my gosh. A duck and dove so bird. A bird so dove and duck.
Oh, here, I've come up with so far revolution, revenge, reborn love.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. I
Yes.
need to find a really bad kitschy catchphrase. Okay, a bird and song so royal. I feel like it should be enemies to lovers, because what's
Obviously.
not enemies to lovers?
Mine's actually broken up lovers, back to lovers.
Oh my gosh, so
Yeah.
classic second chance.
Yes, second chance. That's what it's called. They were friends, but then he joined the revolution. Wait, no, he was an empire guy, and she joined the revolution, and
So classic.
she had to leave him. But now he's back. But is he a traitor? That's what it is.
That's, oh my gosh.
The breaking
The amount of
kingdom
books
and
that I just
shadow.
saw before me, that's the plot.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. It's impressive.
Revolution, revenge.
I feel like I need to have a love triangle in this. Enemies to lovers love triangle. That's so fascinating.
They were all
Are they brothers? No. Like, are her love interest brothers?
obviously
Obviously.
because she can't pick.
Yeah.
But they have to look significantly different.
Mm-hmm.
What
One
if
of
they
them's
look
just
exactly the same? What if they were twins? And
She
couldn't pick
she
between-
can't pick because she just doesn't know.
Oh my gosh, that would be
That'd be
hilarious.
really fun.
I mean, it would not be funny in real life. That would be really sad. But
That'd be so sad for
also,
the twins.
twins
have very
have
different personalities.
So
So she would just have to be blind to everything, but like,
no, maybe she just can't pick between which personality she likes more. Maybe she's like, he's funny and serious. He's serious and kind, but he's funny
and
and
flirtatious.
and flirtatious. Which one do I like more?
Okay, no, but I don't want them to be twins.
Then don't. Now we're gonna need some force. Actually, I just realized that I have a book idea like this.
Between two hot brothers.
This actually is the premise of my book, kind of.
Which
A
book?
different book. It's a small side project.
Was it?
Kind of buried.
Was
under
it the
all
one
my
that
other
you
side
based
projects.
off of the song that Coldplay did?
No,
No, not even that one. No,
not even that one. Oh yes.
It's like, what birds do I know? Chickadee. Her name would be Chick. Or shorten her name to Chick. Crow. Sorry, 6 of crows.
I actually really like this premise. Shaping up to be a good book.
Mine isn't. Spelled do. D-E. Do. I like your diagram.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yes. First, I'm going to share my plot. Okay, so our dear main character, Crow,
Yes.
was actually. I should probably read the description first.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Yeah.
I'll share the plot. Okay.
First, I read the blurb, and then I start reading the book.
Yeah. A bird and song so royal. Caged between two hot brothers, Crow must fight to stay alive and free. But every time she tries to escape the dark castle, one of them is there waiting with tighter chains. Can she do it? Can she face herself and the blood on her hands? Can she go back to a kingdom she left defenseless? Can she accept what she already loves? So the story is, this dear Princess Crow was taken from her kingdom by the warring kingdom and their enemy kingdom with her handmaiden, who's the best character in the entire series but doesn't get enough time. And they were stuck in the Dark Castle because she comes from the Light Kingdom. Anyway, so they're two hot guys, the princes, who are both really awful people. And she tries to escape, but every time she's just like, man, they're too hot. And then goes back.
So there's not actual chains, it's just an emotional attachment?
It's emotional attachment.
Wow. I should go back to my kingdom and help everyone.
Yeah, no, but eventually she,
But I can't.
Becomes an evil seductress and marries one of them. And then takes over that kingdom. Plot twist. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
She takes over the Dark Kingdom.
Interesting.
Because she's a crow, not a dove. Yeah, she probably has a sister. She's like, oh, she was a dove. She was the beautiful
yes.
one. I'm just a crow.
Yes.
And a crone. And I'll die old. And then these two hot guys are like, I don't think you're a crone. I think you're very hot. She's like, oh, well, thank you. You're very hot. Anyway, your plot.
Alright, mine. The breaking of kingdom and shadow. Revolution. Revenge. A second chance at love. She's buff. He's buffer. But she's super buff.
Oh my god. The way I could just see that. Oh my god.
She chose her morals over their love. But now that he's joined the revolution, can she forgive him? Can she trust him? Will his empire ties sever this healing love? Are they even the two children who fell in love anymore? Doesn't really talk about the revolution part, but anyway, here's the plot. I made another diagram.
The revolution is not the important part of this story.
Yeah, which does make it different from the idea in my head. So, listen, her parents are dead thanks to the empire. And his parents are part of the empire. They're like, probably, they're not.
There's some commander.
Maybe there's like oh yes, he's the son of a guard. But
commander dude.
A commander dude. He's the son of a commander dude.
Who probably led the attack on her parents.
Oh, yes, probably. And he has a younger sister who's super sweet, you think. But she can't let go of the dogma that she has been taught. And he's starting to, once he finds Mean Girl again, he's like, man, maybe the empire was not as good as I thought. And some other things are coming together, like maybe his best friend is also like, man, the empire's not so great, I'm leaving. And he's like, what, you're crazy? But then he's like, wait, my friend's actually kind of right. And then he follows friend's trail to a recruitment camp. And then that's where he finds Main Girl. And he's like, whoa. He's like, oh, we used to be in love as kids. And she's like, yeah, not anymore. Now she thinks her older brother is dead. But actually, her older brother escaped death by swearing allegiance to the empire. Yes.
He's the villain of the story?
He's the secret villain. But, I also think that perhaps main guy still doesn't think the empire is horrible. And you can make arguments throughout the book like the empire is doing some good things. It's also doing some terrible things. It'll be a real morality question throughout the book. But I kind of wanted him to actually be a spy. And then him decide not to be a spy. So maybe his dad, he's like, Dad, I'm going to go to this camp. Just so you know why I'm leaving. And his dad's like, yes, bring back information. And then he decides not to bring back information. And then the dad's against him. And the dad goes into contact with her older brother. And wait, no, hold on.
Aubin, you're actually making a good plot.
Hold on. No, I got it. So the love interest, who's male, knows that female love interest's older brother still is alive. He just also knows that he's become very valuable to the empire, and he thinks that telling her will just. But
then when she finds out, she gets.
She gets super mad because somehow he decided not to tell her this very important detail throughout the entire book, and then suddenly the brother shows up, and he's like, "Well, thank you so much for helping.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
yes,
classic. And
classic.
then miscommunication.
And then she's like,
betrayed
"What?
us all."
You were a spy this whole time?" And he was like, "No, I gave up being a spy." And she's like, "But you didn't tell me my brother was a part of the Empire." And he's like, "I thought it would make you really mad and sad, and I didn't want to do that." And she was like, "Why?
Why?
So yeah. And then does it resolve? Who knows?
It's gonna be like 3 books.
Yeah. So that's the plot.
Man, what is the conclusion we've come to through writing these?
You can still make a good book with a bad title,
Yeah.
or you can
even make a bad book with a good title.
You can also do that.
Yeah,
if
sure.
only we had done cover art, but you'd get some great clip art. Badly Photoshop it together.
Oh my gosh.
Slap
I was thinking like, man, I'm gonna have to draw that. But no, just like some hot, muscly dude. Hope you enjoyed this video.
Yes!
And you guys can totally play this game. Just like get a randomizer.
And actually, it would be hilarious if you guys made up your own plots for
Yes.
the titles that we gave
Yes.
as well.
You
In the
can
comments, in
send us in
Discord,
Discord.
whatever.
That would be so fun.
That
I would
would
love
be
to read all of your guys.
Hilarious.
I want to know what does the prince?
You could also make
of teeth and
fanfics
swords
of our
do?
characters if you wanted.
Yeah. Guys, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you
and
so much.
We'll see you soon.
In another video.
Yeah. If
Oh,
you
and
want
then
to
if you have-
actually
if you,
write
like,
a more
go ahead.
interesting book, if you want to write, get some writing tips from us, we have a whole playlist. We'll put it in a card and on the screen at the end of the video. So,
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah. So, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, if you are new here and you haven't watched a bunch of our videos, we are both authors. Well, Ella's about to be an author.
I'm about to be an author.
So I published The Second Nature of Indigo in 2022, and I have another book coming out this summer.
Yep.
And Ella has a book coming out also this summer in July. It's Hearts and Stones, which is a fantasy story based in the world of Alice in Wonderland, but hundreds of years after the Queen of Hearts and Alice.
Yeah. We have a whole video talking about it, so.
Yep. And then mine is set to have the title release later this month, and also hopefully cover. That depends on how I can draw it, but it's okay. We're gonna get it.
So, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yes.
Bye.
Oh, we also have a whole playlist of games, but I'll put that up on the screen. So if you just are looking for fun content, we have charades and guessing games and lots of things. So
just us being silly.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bloopers. Oh my gosh, that should be the starter of bloopers. Ooh. You look beautiful.
Thank you. A princess so bone and dove. A bone so princess.
A bone so princess.
A bone so princess.
That
bone. I've got.
Somebody looked at that and went, princess.
A kingdom so Fortnite.
Done.